I mean,
Okay.
I came in late because of a technical problem with the flight from Johannesburg,
Okay.
but better safe than sorry.
Better safe than sorry, indeed. And where are you actually based?
I'm based in Pretoria,
Okay.
which is where the UN family in South Africa is located.
Okay.
The 17 agencies, funds, and programs that work in South Africa to accompany efforts to reduce poverty, tackle unemployment, tackle issues of gender-based violence,
Okay.
and just generally promote the well-being of people on the planet.
Yeah. All right. So we're here today, and I just want to know, why is the UN intervening in customary male initiation?
Because it goes to the core of the well-being
Mm.
of particularly young boys.
Mm.
We work to try to ensure that they can children and young people in general
Yeah.
really can fulfill their potentials, can be empowered,
Mm.
can have their rights protected,
Mm.
and their lives not at risk.
Mm.
So that's why it's important that for something which is such a sacred tradition,
Mm.
transition into manhood, we can help to make sure it is safe
Mm.
and that there's also dignity that comes with it. So the UN really is at the core of this. We have a task team coordinated by UNFPA, including UNICEF, including our human rights part of the UN, and also our health part of the UN, and the part of the UN that also deals with drugs, crime, and corruption, all working together under the coordination of the resident coordinator to make this a reality, to ensure that young boys do not die when they're transitioning into
Hey.
manhood.
Yeah, no, because it is a big problem that we've been having. Now, what is your vision for this particular program?
Well, the vision is to ensure that in the coming initiation seasons, particularly the one starting soon, the summer
In
one,
December.
in December, that we have zero deaths.
Yes.
That's the vision. That's
Yes.
what collaboratively working with all the stakeholders, starting with the traditional leaders, the security cluster, the churches, the communities, families themselves, and of course the traditional healers and those who are the surgeons who undertake this practice, that this is done in a safe manner that leads to zero deaths.
All right. And in 2024, how will you strengthen the UN support just to ensure that no boy is left behind?
On a multiple number of fronts. One of the first things we've done is actually understand what the challenges are. So we've put out a policy brief, which really explains what the challenges are and what some of the interventions could be to help. The second one is really about connecting the different stakeholders, coordination, convening. The summit we're at right now is in that direction to make sure all the stakeholders who are relevant, who have a role to play in ensuring safety and dignity, come together and align interventions. And that's why working as well with the traditional house of the National House of Traditional and Consent Leaders, especially its national initiative stakeholders together to say what can we all do. Enforcement as a collective. Enforcement is one hand. So one of the things we're saying is, first of all, you need to know where the legal and illegal schools are, so that you can then engage with the stakeholders involved and try to regulate the practice there. You also need to ensure that you engage the community. So we're going to very soon as well, at the start of the summer season, be working with the Eastern Cape legislative and government to launch a community engagement campaign. And that's why media houses, especially community radio stations and TV stations like KNDT and KNR, have to be central in doing this part. We all have a responsibility.
Indeed, indeed. And what are some of the programs that the UN is also like involved in besides this? What are some of the programs that you involved in?
So this is something that is linked to a lot of other aspects about social transformation and well-being. For example, this also is linked to the idea of ensuring that we advance gender equality and women's empowerment. The whole notion of positive masculinity. The transition effort, for example, is about inculcating and infusing in boys this notion of you're responsible adults now who have to take care of each other, take care of women especially as well, and not propagate violence. This is also linked to our work, for example, on advancing health. Now we work in South Africa a lot on preventing HIV/AIDS, and that is something that I think is interconnected with this as well.
Yes.
We work as well on what we call skills development for young people to ensure that they have opportunities in life and can contribute because they have the skills to get jobs or the skills to become entrepreneurs. We work on the just energy transition, for example, to ensure that access to energy is something that is available around the country, but also the transition to a just zero carbon world is done in a way that does not leave anyone behind. We work across the board as well on, like I indicated, tackling GBV generally, which is part of one of the, South Africa faces one of the highest GBV rates in the world. So again,
That's scary.
Working with stakeholders, particularly the media, stepping up to be able to deal with these issues that really society is grappling with and needs everyone, a whole of society intervention to be on the table working around this.
Awesome. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out and coming to talk to me. So you are here tomorrow as well, right?
I'm unfortunately not here tomorrow, but I have a team on the ground,
Okay.
particularly led by UNFPA,
Okay.
that is doing tremendous work and will be here tomorrow engaging, contributing forcefully, and above all, ensuring we can follow through on everything that is discussed and agreed here, because implementation
Is key.
And everyone playing their part is crucial.
Indeed. Thank you so much for coming through. Travel safe.
Thank you.
And it was nice having a little chat with you.
And I hope I can come back and talk about zero deaths having happened.
You know what? We've got a date. Me and you next year.
Right.
We have a date, and we're gonna talk about it.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Awesome. It's just gone 11 minutes after the hour of 12. This is the jump off signing out. In fact, I'm going to cross over to Upiwe with the invasion. Remember, she's with you from 12 until 3, and then 3 until 6. Vuyom D handles it and holds it down with the drive. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do this again tomorrow from 9 until 12. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope that was useful for you all as well.
Yes.
Very good. Thank you.